Today, the JSE welcomes a new member to its prestigious main board. In an echo of the great African tribal traditions, the kudu horn signals celebration and marks the birth of this alliance with a vision of growth and prosperity for years to come. The call of the horn is testament to the pride of this great institution that is brought to life by companies such as these. Today, welcomed as a most revered and valued member, JSE, driven for your growth.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. On behalf of the JSE and our CEO, Dr. Leila Fourie, I'd like to welcome everyone to the Ringing the Bell for Financial Literacy Market Open. My name is Vuyo Lee, and joining us shortly is our keynote speaker, Sipati Nekondela, the National Treasury's Director of Banking Development. With today's Market Open, we recognize the 5th World Investor Week. It's a week-long global campaign from the 4th to the 10th of October to raise awareness about the importance of investor education. And this is also an opportunity to speak about the various programs that we have in place at the JSE to empower and educate investors. The COVID-19 pandemic has magnified the financial constraints that many South Africans live under. But equally so, it highlighted the importance of investments in time of uncertainty. So improving financial literacy is fundamental to the prosperity and financial inclusion of any society. The JSE understands the important role it plays in the country and its economy. So it's for this reason that we invest in initiatives that promote financial literacy, some of them being the JSE Investment Challenge, the JSE Virtual Trading Game, and She Invests. The longest running initiative we've had, which continues to grow from strength to strength, is the JSE Investment Challenge. This is an investment game that has been empowering young people for over 48 years. It teaches high school learners and higher education students the basics on investing in the stock market via a simulated trading game. For the general public, we have the JSE Virtual Trading Platform, which is similar to the JSE Investment Challenge. We've recently launched a competition in September where participants have a chance to win up to 60,000 Rand in awesome prizes. My colleague Ralph Spears will also tell you a little bit about this game later. In 2018, we introduced She Invests to focus on the investment and financial education of women. Over the years, the event has become much anticipated, attracting hundreds of South African women from across the country. These are a few of the financial literacy initiatives that we offer, and we are proud to contribute in such significant measures to the growth of our nation and making an impactful change. We hope South Africans will continue to take advantage of these programs and work with us in building a financial stable community. Now, I'd like to hand over to our keynote speaker, Ms. Sipati Nekondela, the National Treasury's Director of Banking Development. Over to you, Sipati.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you very much for having me. Ladies and gentlemen, as we know, financial literacy and capability have been likened to the ability to read or write. Not having these skills prevents individuals from truly becoming productive members of the economy and society. Without basic financial skills, South Africans have difficulty making long-term informed financial decisions and selecting financial products and services that match their needs. This may have negative consequences not only for their future financial well-being, but also on the long-term stability of the financial system. As a complement to financial inclusion and consumer protection, financial literacy is important to build confidence and trust in financial markets and can support financial stability. The concept of financial literacy does not exist in isolation and is likely to be influenced and informed by broader socioeconomic macro developments in a given country context. Research shows that patterns of low financial literacy in South Africa mirror the broader dynamics of socioeconomic factors and point to widely different differing financial literacy levels of the different population groups and financial living standards of South Africans. While financial literacy and financial education are important, they are but one pillar of an adequate financial policy to improve access to financial services. As you are aware, South Africa implemented the Twin Peaks model of financial sector regulation in April 2018. Besides taking a tougher and more intrusive approach to market conduct, prudential and stability risks, the rigorous Twin Peaks system of financial regulation entrenches consumer protection and financial inclusion as key priorities for government and the financial sector regulators. Thus, it is important that the financial inclusion and consumer protection agenda should be supported by relevant and continuous consumer financial education. Best practice experience around financial education suggests that the most effective way of strengthening financial capability in a country is through the adoption of a formalized, coordinated, and collaborative approach, where all relevant stakeholders work in partnership and ensure that they all work together to achieve mutually beneficial objectives. National Treasury set up the multi-stakeholder National Consumer Financial Education Committee in 2012 to secure the active involvement of a range of stakeholders in consumer financial education. The mandate of the committee is to develop the National Consumer Financial Education Strategy and to oversee its implementation. In its policy document, A Safer Financial Sector to Serve South Africa Better, National Treasury highlighted the importance of a financial sector that serves all South Africans and not just a privileged few. Ladies and gentlemen, to establish an efficient financial services sector that is accessible and works for all requires us to work together. In particular, for consumer financial education, it is the shared responsibility of many stakeholders, all of whom have an influential and meaningful role to play. In view of this, National Treasury appreciates the initiatives such as these of the JSE in working with us to achieve our common goal of improving financial literacy and capability of South Africans. And we look forward to positive results from the JSE financial education initiatives. Thank you.
Do you want to learn about the stock market, test your investment skills, and stand a chance to win amazing prizes at the same time? Then the JSE virtual trading game is the game for you. It's an online trading competition that simulates real trading in a risk-free game environment. The competition gives you a chance to learn all about investing on the JSE and to develop your research and strategy skills around the trading of JSE-listed instruments. Each competitor will get a virtual 1 million rand to build an investment portfolio. Player performances are tracked and measured, and the players who build the most valuable portfolios will win their share of 60,000 rand in prizes in the form of Satrix vouchers. That's right, the game is simulated, but the prizes are real. Don't miss out. To enter, register now at virtualtradinggame.jse.co.za.
Right, yeah, so that's our investment virtual trading game that the JSE has for the general public. I'd just like to tell you a little bit about it, as well as some of the other platforms that we have. So for the virtual trading game, anyone that's in the general public that wants to learn about financial literacy and understand the financial markets, this is a great place to start, because you have got the opportunity to basically register for free. And on there, you're going to find different learning modules where you can learn about the different subjects on the stock market and different aspects around finance. Not only that, you can then go and test the market and try and buy and sell shares on the stock market. This is a competition that runs from September until end of November. And so those of you that are actually watching or have friends that you would like to get involved, you're welcome to still get them to actually register. The competition is still open. Not only do we have this for the general public, but we run each and every single year a competition for the high school learners from grades 8 to 12, where they also compete in teams for some lovely monthly and annual prizes. As well as the university and colleges can also participate in another competition where, again, they compete against the different colleges and universities around the country. This year, the competition is now officially ended, and we've got some great winners that are obviously going to be hearing about who came first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, and that's going to be revealed on the 22nd of October. Interestingly enough, I can't tell you the exact winners, but I can tell you that the school's learners, the winners made more than 15% return in the 6 month, as well as the university students were able to get more than 30% return in those 6 months. So these are great initiatives that we have for high school learners, for university and college students, as well as the general public, and try and help us to assist the rest of South Africa to get to know about this and be able to learn more about financial literacy. And if you would like to go and look at that, you can go and look at these different websites that we have. And that is what some of the programs that the JSE offers. I'm going to hand over to James Rakumula to talk about the actual the trading screen and just show you the different instruments around it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ralph. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for that intro. I'm James, and I'm part of the trading team at the JSE. And our primary responsibility is managing the trading system here at the JSE. So my role here is just to explain quickly what the trading screens look like and what the market participants are currently actually noting as we speak. What you're looking at is the market data feed from one of our accredited vendors, which is Iris. At the top where it's currently blank and you see a ticker that says MKR, that is our equity market ticker. Currently, we are in what we call an opening auction session. We will transition into continuous trading at 9 o'clock. Once we are at that time, you're going to see that screen starting to update more with actual trades that are coming through. Below that, that's the derivatives market ticker, or most specifically the equity derivatives market ticker. That market opens at 8:30 till 5:30. And as you can see, we already have trades filtering through on that market. The share that we are looking at for today is the JSE share. That's how the market participants uniquely identified, where the name or the security is identified as JSE. The description will give you the full name of the actual security. Just as an example, First Rand security will be FSR, Naspers security will be NPN, and ShopRite security will be SHP. And those descriptions also would be coming through on that view as well. The ISIN code refers to the unique ID number of all listed securities, with the ZAE primarily depicting that the primary listing of this share or the JSE share is in South Africa. The last refers to the last traded price, and just note that these prices are all in cents. So this last price will be referring to yesterday's previous closing price, which was 108 Rand and 91 cents. Bid refers to the buying price, and ask refers to the selling price. Volume refers to the amount of shares that will exchange hands during the course of the day. Opening will be the opening price for the day. The high will be the highest price traded today, and the low will be the lowest price traded for the day. As you can see, previous close, that is where the share closed at yesterday, which matches with the last traded price. After 9 o'clock, once we do have a trade, you will see that the last will begin to update. The market VWAP, market value, and market volume, these will begin updating after 9 o'clock. This just gives a holistic view of once we have trades during the day, what the market VWAP looks like for the JSE security, and the market value traded, and the amount of shares that have also exchanged hands. The number of bids, bid vol, and ask, and also the number of ask, it refers to what's happening in the order book. I will just refer you to the order book where you see some items are highlighted in burgundy or purple. So where the number of bids refers to 2 and the bid volume is 39, that's basically the amount of bids available at the top of the order book. As you can see, the volume does calculate 35 plus 4 to 39. And on the offer side or the ask side, it refers to 29, 14 plus 1, that's 29. The reason these are highlighted, it's because these are the marked orders that will transition once we open at 9 o'clock. We will likely get an opening price from these highlighted orders, and probably will get the idea of the volume that will trade at 9 o'clock as well. Just on the right of that, that's the trades. Obviously, this will begin updating once we have trades for the day. Obviously, from 9 o'clock, you will start to see those details following through if we've got a match that occurs. Just to the right of that, we've got another graph that's just going to depict the JSE share, how it transitions throughout the trading day. And just beneath that, we've got the J203, which is the all share index, just giving you a view of how the JSE has performed over the last 1 year. The market waits for no one. I see I'm running out of time. I'm going to lead the countdown from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the markets are open, so that concludes our program for today. Thank you to Sipati Nekondela from Treasury, Ralph, James, Zenith from our events team, and the marketing and corporate affairs team for contributing to this market opening. Once again, I'd like to thank you for taking the time in your busy schedules to attend this market open and joining us in ringing the bell for financial literacy. I wish you a wonderful day. Goodbye.
Today, the JSE welcomes a new member to its prestigious main board. In an echo of the great African tribal traditions, the kudu horn signals celebration and marks the birth of this alliance with a vision of growth and prosperity for years to come. The call of the horn is testament to the pride of this great institution that is brought to life by companies such as these. Today, welcomed as a most revered and valued member, JSE, driven for your growth.